Hey everyone, it's Ryzen,
And Liz.
and welcome to the Divisional Round predictions for the NFL playoffs. I was 2 for 4 last week. Should have been 3 for 4, but I foolishly decided not to pick the Titans, even though I kept thinking Kansas City would find a way to blow the game because they're Kansas City. But whatever. I guess I thought Tennessee just didn't quite have enough talent to, even with Kansas City's incompetence. But whatever. We'll start with the NFC. So we've got the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings, and Minnesota loses. They're a better team on paper, but they're the Minnesota Vikings, so they lose.
Masters of choking.
They find a way. They lose
Every time.
So what's probably going to happen is they're going to be, I don't know, on the 1 yard line, have to kick a game-winning field goal, and he kicks it backwards, or I don't know, they fumble at the 1, or I don't know, they find ways to lose playoff games. I don't understand it, but that's what they do. Plus, I trust Drew Brees a hell of a lot more than Case Keenum in the playoffs. And I mean, on paper, Minnesota should win the game, but they won't.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know, they don't like to win playoff games, I guess. I mean, I can't explain it. How did they lose to Seattle? Was that last year?
Or was that the year before?
Or the year before? The last time they made the playoffs
It was
2 years ago.
49.
Yes. How did they lose that game? I don't know. They found a way. It was a guaranteed field goal, and he missed a guaranteed field goal. I don't know. So, yeah, I predict that, I don't know, I'm just going to say the Saints win 24-21.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. It's just, they're so bad in the playoffs, Minnesota. They find a way to lose. The other NFC game is the Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Falcons are actually favored in this game. I'm not surprised. Nick Foles looks awful. He's been bad in his one playoff appearance to date.
He was actually in a playoff game?
Yes, when he had that year where he threw 27 touchdowns to 2 picks, I think.
When he was with the Eagles?
Yeah, when he was their starter briefly, and then they traded him to the Rams, I think.
Right.
And then it turns out he wasn't very good. It was all a fluky year. And now he's back on the Eagles somehow, and Carson Wentz tore his ACL. The team hasn't been the same since.
We'll see.
So
I'm picking the Falcons.
I don't trust the Eagles to win this game. The only way the Eagles win this game is if somehow they're able to run the ball really, really effectively. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably not, because if I'm Atlanta, I stack the box and I make Nick Foles throw the damn ball, and I don't think he can do it. So, I mean, I don't trust Philadelphia's defense either. I mean, they're the number 1 seed, but they're the number 1 seed by basically luck at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, if Carson Wentz tears his ACL 2 weeks earlier, they possibly lose the bye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Carson Wentz was the likely MVP until he tore his ACL. So, I don't know. They're not the same team. I think Atlanta has way more experience in the playoffs. Atlanta, even though I think Atlanta's not a good team, they're not as good as they were last year. Their defense is pretty good. Offensively, they're bad. I don't understand how you're bad with Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, and Devonta Freeman and Tevin Coleman, but they find a way. They're not a good offense.
Especially without Kyle Shanahan there.
Yeah, losing Kyle Shanahan really crippled this offense.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. But their defense is really good. So because of that, I think Nick Foles really blows the game. I think he throws multiple interceptions. And I'm going Atlanta 21, Philadelphia 6. I think they get 2 field goals tops. They're not a good team. Are you making a score? Or?
I think it might be a little bit more interesting than that. I'm going to say Atlanta 24, the Eagles 12. I don't know.
12?
Yeah.
What do they get, like 4 field goals?
I guess.
A couple missed extra points?
Yeah.
I don't know. go on to the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the Steelers organization. I don't understand why Mike Tomlin allows players to just talk about games that aren't playing yet or even going to be played necessarily.
Right.
Who was it that said the
Mitchell. I don't remember the guy. Mike Mitchell?
Yeah, it was Mike Mitchell.
Saying, oh, we're going to beat New England this year.
We're going to beat New England in the championship game. You're not playing New England this week, you idiot. You're playing the team that dominated you earlier in the year. What are you doing? Jacksonville's a bad matchup for Pittsburgh. They can play tight man-to-man coverage. You have Antonio Brown, who says he's fine. I doubt it. I'd be surprised if he was even doubled the game. My guess is you're going to have one-on-one coverage on Brown, and he's going to be do next to nothing. And they're going to roll coverage to Schuster. And the front seven of Jacksonville is excellent. They're going to be all over Ben. I mean, they're a little weaker against the run, but is Le'Veon Bell going to have a great game? I don't know. The guy hasn't played in 3 weeks. Remember, they didn't play the last week of the season.
It's been a while.
So I don't know how he's going to come out. Is he going to be rusty? Same with Ben. I don't know. I mean, Ben threw 5 interceptions when he played Jacksonville the first time. Now, I don't think that'll happen again, but I think Ben will throw at least 2 interceptions in this game. If Pittsburgh's going to win this game, the only way they win this game is they run their asses off.
And they have to play
with
perfect.
Bell. And
make no mistakes.
I don't think that's going to happen because Jacksonville's going to have Bortles just be a game manager because that's what he is. He's definitely the worst quarterback left in the playoffs, but he doesn't have to be good.
No.
He just has to be okay. I mean, Jacksonville is a defense team. They're the Denver Broncos when the Denver Broncos were good.
Yep.
They're a really bad matchup for Pittsburgh. They're a bad matchup for New England.
Yes.
For that matter. And I'd much rather have Pittsburgh win this game because I think Pittsburgh goes into New England and gets crushed.
Like they do every year.
I mean, Jacksonville, I think, is a close game. It comes down to the last second. But I'm going to go Jacksonville wins this game because Pittsburgh apparently doesn't seem to be taking them seriously. So guess what's on the bulletin board in the Jaguars locker room? God, you're so stupid. Tomlin, get control of your team.
Every year.
Every year you do this.
Last year it was Brown with the camera.
Yes,
this year it's this guy.
And then you lose. And you look stupid. Don't give your opponent locker room fuel. That's like 101. So I'm going Jacksonville wins this game 17-7. I don't think Pittsburgh will be able to move the ball at all in this game. I just think it's a terrible matchup defensively for Pittsburgh.
I agree.
So, the last game, of course, is the Tennessee Titans at the New England Patriots. We'll do a separate video for that. And we'll cut this off and move on to that. So, this is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. Take care.